We all have aches and pains that prevent us from going to the gym. Jerrod Fields was 22 years old on February 21, 2005, when a bomb exploded under the Bradley he was driving in Baghdad, Iraq. Fields was a specialist and lead driver in the 3rd Squadron, 7th Cavalry, whose mission was to clear route for mail, food, and other supplies. They came upon a dead dog that appeared to be impacted with explosives and stopped for inspection. As it turned out, the dog was a decoy, and they had stopped on top of the bomb. When the bomb exploded, Fields could see himself floating in the air. When he returned to the driver's seat, he looked down to see his mangled leg with no muscles or tendons, and the bone was black. When he tried to flex his ankle, he knew his life had changed. Fields started praying to God to bring him out. He promised he would be in church every service. He said he felt God's peace and was able to accept his situation. Because he was temporarily blinded, his Bradley commander had to lead him, but he was able to drive the Bradley until it gave out. Then they were rescued by another transport vehicle. By way of Germany, he went to Walter Reed Hospital in suburban Washington, D.C., where the decision was made to amputate his leg 4 inches below the knee. Then he was fitted with several prosthetics, as each one has a specific purpose. 2 weeks after the amputation, Fields started physical therapy. Having been an athlete and a soldier, he was insulted when the therapist handed him 10-pound weights. He was humbled when the therapist gave him exercises to strengthen his core for stabilization and balance. Never having done core exercises, he was not a fan, but realized the value. The therapist set up obstacles for him to run drills. Fields found the obstacle course too painful to endure until she handed him a basketball. He loved the game and said he found his way out of reality when he held the basketball. Fields was told it would take 1 to 1.5 years to recover, but he did it in 8 months. Now he hits the gym every day and has never looked back. He works harder than necessary to prove he is a competitor. Fields' fitness coach is Al Joyner, the 1984 Olympic gold medalist in the triple jump. Because Joyner lives in California, Fields gets his routine and dietary plans via telephone. Joyner has him do mostly lower body strength training to avoid balance impairments. Fields does interval training outside 3 days a week and strength training 5 days a week. He continues to work his core with exercises he learned from his therapist at Walter Reed. As for the future, Fields is studying child psychology at South University. Having lost his parents at a very young age and his leg in his 20s, he understands how trauma can affect a young person. He hopes to bridge the gap for troubled families.